Hello and welcome to Brawl News. I'm your host, KairosTime, and today we have a touching story about a shy boy named Leon, who after an entire year of therapy has finally broken his silence and has started speaking. Sources say he went silent after a traumatic event occurred in a bush that wasn't checked beforehand. Rumor has it that either Bull or Shelly was involved, but that's not 100% confirmed yet. Apparently, Leon broke his year-long silence with just one word: the name of his older sister, Nita. That is touching. It just really gets you in the feels. Jerry, if you're making this up, I swear I'm gonna quit. Hey, Barb, can you get me a tissue? Thanks. Up next is KairosTime with another Brawl Olympics event, but first, some exciting news from our sponsor. People that have been watching my channel for a long time know how much I obsess over Clash Royale. And I want to give a huge thank you to League of Wonderland for sponsoring today's video, as they take a lot of the really cool concepts that I love about Clash Royale and expand on it even further in a way that adds a ton of depth and strategy. League of Wonderland is a real-time strategy game with stunning artwork and exciting gameplay. 2-minute battles occur in a 3-lane battle arena where minions spawn and your goal is to use them to take down the enemy towers. My favorite feature is that you can use special abilities of your character once they're actually on the map by drawing spells on the field. Some abilities are drawn in a line, but there are some where you can literally draw it however you would like to impact battle. So even poor artists like myself can make a real impact. You can actually counter your opponent's special abilities by using a draw ability first to break the enemy's spell. There's a lot of strategic depth that goes into this. That's not even all of it. You can also customize the way you play by choosing special towers to aid you in battle. Some special towers are tankier or offer more firepower, but my favorite one is the one that actually spawns additional minions, helping you create a super strong offense. As you guys can see, this game is full of strategic depth, and I haven't even scratched the surface. It's a ton of fun, and it's definitely worth trying out, especially if you like strategy games as much as I do. You can download League of Wonderland by using the link in the description below. Hello fellow brawlers, I'm KairosTime, and it is time for another Brawl Olympics! That's right guys, for today's event we're going to be measuring the reload speeds of all of the brawlers, and we're going to see how well you know your brawlers. Now I'm going to be putting the brawlers into groups, and you will have to choose which one you think has the fastest reload speed. Each time you guess right, you get a point. And before you watch any more of this video, I want you to comment below which brawler you think has the fastest reload speed and which has the slowest reload speed. And if you get it right without cheating, you get 2 extra points if you guess the fastest and 3 extra points if you guess the slowest, but you have to comment right now or it doesn't count. Now, before we can actually start, I need to explain exactly what we're testing right now, because there's more to just your effective reload speed, like what actually matters in game, than just the amount of time that it takes to reload a shot after you've shot it. Most people don't know this, but whenever you fire an attack, there are 3 important times that go into the time that it takes for you to reload your shot. The first is the unloading time, which is actually the time that a brawler takes to release their shot. This time is very short for brawlers who shoot 1 projectile like Nita or Jessie, and it can be very long for brawlers like Pam or Rico who shoot several projectiles for every single attack. Now the second important time is the cooldown time. This is the time when the last projectile is fired before you can shoot again or start reloading. Most brawlers have a very short time of 0.05 seconds for their cooldown time, and Mortis actually has 0 cooldown, which is kind of weird and kind of funny and does some weird things, but that's not really important. But there are some brawlers like Piper who have a particularly long cooldown time, where she's actually already unloaded her shot, but you can't fire off another one until her gun cools down or something. I don't know why. Piper's weird. Now the last important time is what most people think of when it comes to reload, and that is the reload time. This is the time it takes for one of the orange bars to go from 0 to 100% full. All 3 of these times go into a brawler's effective reload speed, which is what really matters in battle. Now most people probably don't care a whole lot about that. They just play the game, that's totally fine. But I care about it because you guys know I'm the Brawl guy. So For the rest of this video, whenever I say reload speed, I'm actually going to be referring to the effective reload speed, which is the unload time, the cooldown time, and the reload time all combined. So here are the rules. The timer starts the very frame that the brawler starts unloading their first shot, and they must unload 10 complete shots. Now the timer ends at the very frame that the third ammo slot fills and turns back orange. Now brawlers may use any advantage that they can get in the training cave in order to get a faster time. They might be able to get help from their attack or their super or either of their star powers. And with that said, it is time for you to make our first guess between the 5 slowest reload time brawlers that we have. Who do you think is going to be the fastest between Gene, Leon, Mortis, Bo, and Ems? Now these brawlers reload at a painfully slow reload speed, and you can see that it's very close between Gene, Ems, and Mortis, but then there's another close matchup between Bo and Leon, who are obviously in the lead. In the end, Mortis takes 30th at 24.9 seconds, Ems takes 29th at 24.6 seconds, Gene takes 28th at 24.3 seconds, and it's actually a tie between Bo and Leon for 26th at 23.2 seconds. Now, if you guessed Mortis had the slowest reload speed in the game, you get 3 bonus points, and if you guessed either Bo or Leon as the fastest in the group, then you get another point.
Hey guys, yeah, this is Vacation Kairos. I'm pretty sure Noob Time got a hold of those stats because Gene's measurement was way off, and yeah, he actually would have won that last matchup and actually would tie with a few of the brawlers in this next group. So let's just say I'm never gonna let a Noob Time do any of these measurements again.
This next one though is going to be a very close matchup between Penny, Tara, Spike, Tick, and Barley. You might want to be careful which one you pick because if you get it wrong, I'm gonna make fun of you. Now out of this group, Tick actually has the slowest reload speed normally, but because he's allowed to use his automatic reload speed star power, it actually decreases his reload time by 10%. Because of that, he's able to compete with these brawlers, and it actually turns out to be a 5-way tie for 21st place at 22.9 seconds. So as long as you picked one of them, you get a point. And now the only person that I get to make fun of is Noob Time, who said that it would be none of them. Yo, I thought you were gonna try and trick us, man. Yeah, I really don't know what to say except he's kind of a noob. Up next is a competition between Piper, Brock, Pam, and Colt. Now this one is not a tie, so make sure you do actually have a good guess. Now normally Piper actually has the slowest reload speed in the game, and Brock has the 4th slowest reload speed. But in this challenge, Piper gets to use snappy sniping, which automatically reloads 1/3 of an ammo for every hit, and Brock gets to use rocket number 4, meaning that he gets 1 free ammo already reloaded. In the end though, Brock comes in 20th at 22.5 seconds. Pam and Piper tie for 18th at 22.2 seconds, and Colt barely scrapes by and claims 17th place at 22.1 seconds. Now up until now, we've talked about the brawlers that I would consider to have a slow reload speed. Starting with this next group of brawlers, we're seeing brawlers that have what I would consider a medium or average reload speed. Next up in the competition is 8-Bit, Darryl, Jesse, and Sandy. Now this one's a tough one, but I'm sure they'll be able to figure it out. Darryl is the one brawler in the group that gets to use his star power to help him reload twice as fast for 5 seconds after his supers. In that time, he's able to unload and reload 5.5 shots. But he actually has the slower normal reload speed than the others, so they actually start to catch up. In the end, Sandy and Jesse tie for 15th at 21.5 seconds. Darryl barely takes 14th at 21.4 seconds, and 8-Bit wins 18th place at 21.1 seconds. Then the next group of contestants is between Shelly, Dynamite, Poco, and Rico. This one's not as close as some of the other matchups, so make sure you think really hard before you choose which one you think is gonna win. Okay, maybe not that hard. This group of brawlers doesn't really have any special abilities that helps them compete, so it really comes down to which brawler naturally has the fastest reload speed. As you can see, Dynamite falls behind and takes 12th place at 20.4 seconds. Rico takes 11th place at 19.6 seconds. Poco takes 10th place at 19.1 seconds. And Shelly wins 9th place at 18.1 seconds. Now we've covered the brawlers that have a slow and a medium reload speed, and now we're going to cover the brawlers that I would say have a fast reload speed. This next group of contestants includes Rosa, Nita, Crow, and BB. which one do you think is going to win? Once again, this group doesn't have any abilities that help them gain an advantage in any way, but they all have a pretty fast reload speed. If you guessed Rosa or Crow would win though, you would be wrong. Rosa ends at 17.4 seconds and takes 8th. Crow takes 7th at 17.3 seconds, and then it's a really close matchup between Nita and BB, but BB barely slides in ahead of Nita. Nita takes 6th at 15.4 seconds, and BB takes 5th at 15 seconds flat. Okay, now we are down to the final 4 brawlers who I would say have a very fast reload speed. For right now, which you think has the fastest reload speed between El Primo and Frank? Now, technically, Frank's base reload speed is much faster, but he has a super long unload speed because of that, pause that he has. So it's a pretty tough call. If you guess Frank would win though, you would be wrong because he takes 4th place at 15 seconds flat and El Primo takes 3rd place at 14 seconds flat. And now we are down to the final 2. Remember that you get 2 extra points if you guess the winner of this challenge way back in the beginning of the video. In one corner, we have Bull, who gets to use his Berserker star power to double his reload speed. And in the other corner is Carl, that was cringe, whose ability to spam his attack super quickly against a wall recently got nerfed. Who do you think will win? It doesn't take long to see it's barely even competition, okay? Despite Bull unloading his shots insanely fast, there's just no way he can compete against Carl. Bull takes 2nd place at 11 seconds flat, and Carl crushes the competition at 6 seconds flat. And that is the Brawl Olympics reload test. Let me know in the comment section how many points you got and which ones you guessed correctly. Also, let me know which Brawl Olympics events you would like to see next, and make sure you like this video if you want more Brawl Olympics events, because these take a long time to make, and I want to make sure that I'm spending my time wisely to making videos that you guys like. For now, guys, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars.